for those of you who are not familiar with my shenanigans in the Rocket League world, obviously I'm all over the place as far as shoutcasting and all that nature. Um, the One of the things that I've been doing recently is the history of competitive Rocket League, and I've started with SARP, and SARP was organized much like the RHL is. There a lot of disorganization, a lot of winging it.
Well, this was the first season, and I gotta be honest, there was a lot of lessons learned, and we are really going to be putting on a good show for people, and a lot more to do here as we get past season 1 and into the next season. But we are underway, folks. Just 10 seconds off the bat. Puck currently in FireWall territory. But a long send from their end, and Continuum is the first to strike, putting FireWall on the bird first.
Look at this right here. I mean, Continuum in time, essentially that dreaded pinch from the puck. This guy's probably not quite used to having a puck to work with.
Both of these teams are definitely two of the more ball-focused teams that we have. Wang being kind of the single team that is comprised of mainly solely Snow Day vets. But we'll talk about them a little bit later. But both of these teams, for those of you not quite up to ball or the current ball spectrum, FireWall has two players that are compete in the RLCS for the European squads. That would be PSG Bluey there, who's famous. He needs no introduction, but also Continuum.
Yeah, Continuum also needs no introduction. One of the stars of current Team Secret. As he just got picked up as well, and dangerous in front of the blue net. Vel gonna finish it off.
Yeah, great catch there by Continuum, as that one was trying to squeak out to the side there, but he caught it, put it up on the wall, brought it back to the center, and Vel just jumped on it.
No Capes, we have seen that name so much in the soccer community. Tons of Gfinity tournaments played, and just generally all over the place as far as that goes. As of recent times, not so much, due to Gfinity basically just being comprised of a bunch of RLCS teams. So definitely going to be putting up a fight against FireWall, who is not so used to having a puck in front of him instead of a ball. But physics still remain the same. Still got to slam your car into the puck. Control on the wall. Need some communication.
There's a close attempt there from Continuum as he put one off the crossbar, but you know, the fact that these guys may not play quite as much Snow Day as the other teams doesn't appear to have affected them so far, as they still hold the 2-0 lead. But that can be literally in this specific mode, that can change in an instant. As you saw, one of those goals was a pinch from literally across the rink there. Bluey there, the attempted air drag, gets it back out to center ice. The thing is, though, FireWall is, as they put another one on the board, Vel from center ice, but they're also competing with the server disadvantage here. For those not quite up to speed, No Capes has the current seed advantage, so they get this actual server advantage. So the first 2 matches are being played on US East servers. The middle 3 matches in this best of 7 will be played on EU, and then if we get to that point, they'll go back to the East for the final 2 matches. But again, so far, FireWall up by 3 as we get to the midway point in this match. First of the best of 7, Bell with another attempt, puts one just wide. Bluey almost gets the stuff in afterwards. Looks like the things are starting to heat up as time gets a demo on Bluey, and they're back to the other side just as quick as that.
Definitely old school format here, as both teams from the different regions of Rocket League. So this is something I'm way familiar with, as Bluey just gets a massive dunk, a huge read. I mean, look at time, just trying to pop this up for Saint. Bluey from the corner, grabs boost and slams it home.
Yeah, Saint went up for it. He was almost there, but Bluey streaking out, never let off that boost and was able to get there first. Time now with an opportunity, breakaway. is going to get there first. Still enough time. We've seen some crazy things in this sport, but the 156 left is sure plenty to get them back into this match.
Yeah, Vel went up to challenge, and unfortunately, his ball tactics of flipping into the ball to try to stop it, not going to work here against a flat puck. As Vel positioning himself up off the wall, can he use the ceiling? Can't quite get the flip, so Bluey to finish, but Saint was there with a good read. Emptiness.
Pass out the emptiness. Is he going to get past Continuum? He does get it. He's going to put this one dangerously in the center, but Continuum is able to get up there and push that one wide. Time now with a decent stop in the center. Saint with the follow. They are going to get it around the corner. Bluey gets enough to put a challenge, though. Let's see what he can do.
Okay, freestyle. Hello.
Didn't start with much momentum, so he's only barely able to get it out to center ice, but they have held, and now it's No Capes pushing back there momentarily. Time now with a decent challenge, brings things into the corner, but Continuum is going to put one over one. Now a pinch off them, sends one to the other side. It's a race. See who gets there first. Saint wins it, puts one up. Is Time going to get there? He is. No. I'm sorry, was that Continuum that knocked in, or was that just the suction of the goal?
No, that was Continuum. Again, the puck coming up to bite him just a little bit. He thought he had the save, and he had to turn into the puck, which slammed him into the flat face, and that will throw it into the net. 2-4 here with a minute left. Great effort indeed, as some speed on this play starting to pick up.
Continuum now able to put up a pass for Bluey. Bluey's able to get on it, but Saint there in time picks up a save. Oh my god, but Vel comes in and slams one home afterwards.
Bluey right here just got that little bit of touch. Saint was there. Emptiness was also there, but just got pushed around by the speed of Vel, who came in and like a dagger spears the puck into that blue net.
Starting to be a little bit dangerous. 50 seconds again, still enough time to score, but as more pressure gets pushed into No Cape's goal, as Vel takes one high around the right, and now Bluey around the left, passing down to Continuum. Time looks to be running out for this first match.
Yeah, 3 goals in 30 seconds, even in snow day mode, is a tough ask. Again, with the crazy stuff that we have seen in snow day, it could happen, but the pressure from No Capes is just not mounting.
They've got the current puck control. Saint does put one down, almost there, but Continuum makes it back just in time. They regroup and are taken back the other way. Time's going to be able to get there for that last attempt as the clock winds down, and that one is going to drop. Bluey gets to it in time, but a couple bumps. Oh, Time might get the score, and he does. Wow. Last second heroics, but it's going to be a little bit late for this first one, as FireWall's going to take it 5-3.
No Capes looking to get warmed up here, as the No Cape squad, I mean, they went down pretty hard, let's face it, there in that first minute. And it just took them a little bit of time to start being able to read FireWall. And it just seems like FireWall just kind of laid back a little bit and relaxed after they had a comfortable lead.
We'll see. Generally, that's how it goes. That first match is always kind of a feeling out process. But now that we get into the second one here, we're really going to see what these teams are ready to throw at each other. So let's get things underway.
As did a little bit of research before we jumped into the match here. Obviously, kind of a carball thing is Vel, Bluey, and Continuum. I mean, Team Secret, a huge pickup for Continuum and his normal crew. And Bluey, the Gfinity god.
So young, too. He's just now getting to his eligibility. So, God, he's got so much in store for us coming up.
We're going to see so much more of Bluey here in the coming years. I can guarantee it. Assuming he doesn't retire like everybody else does.
Yeah, that's true. Time taking initial control off that face-off, is finally able to get it up around the corner. Saints goes to try and block it up to tip down. Not quite able to get there. Emptiness races over. Time's going to get it. Pass up, and they're on the board first. So No Capes out early, only taking 19 seconds.
The misplay here by Bluey, just couldn't quite read that puck off the wall. It is one of the harder things to do if you're used to a ball. Just the puck kind of bounces around a little bit weird, and if you don't time your touches properly, you end up flying underneath it while going for a pretty good play, but Vel and Saint clashing in the orange side. Bluey gets the touch. Unfortunately, that's straight to Emptiness. Vel is there. Emptiness attempting the dunk, as luckily the pad away from that orange net are going to work out right now.
Second touch for show almost worked out for Emptiness. Ooh, Vel's trying to sneak one low, gets past one, but I think it was time there for that last ditch stop. Continuum now taking it up the left-hand side, goes high, but he's going to lose it in the air. Oh, collects it back down, gets one passed into the center. Time again there. Coming up pretty big on both ends for No Capes at the moment. Saint now with the center, but Vel's going to cover that one easily. A little give and go with Bluey, and they're back out to center ice. Pushing around, continuing up. Fake Saint with a dodge to left, drops off to Vel, but Time's there again for the stop.
Those hockey tactics starting to show off here in the FireWall squad, as we're starting to see some pass plays here in the midfield, but they need to be really careful because No Capes has them covered quite well.
The rotations and the lines that Time has been taking have been very, very efficient and smart, really. I like what I'm seeing out of him so far. Oh no, but that's going to be the equalizer, as Vel was able to tip that one just out in front of Time, who is the last man back. So close. Oh, he actually maybe predicted a touch and beat himself to the puck. So
definitely looked like Time had a bead on the puck. It was just unfortunate, as he had to come from the side, and having to predict which way the puck is going to twist is easily the hardest thing to do in snow day.
I mean, Time is so of the essence that literally when you know you're the last one back, it's panic and you just rush. So, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I myself am fall subject to that exact thing. So,
Godflow would be happy in chat to hear that. As
Emptiness.
looking
Drop
for
it down to Time.
It's a breakaway.
That's gonna get their advantage back. I so hope we go to best of sevens. I love seeing this good stuff.
Yeah, Time right here just managing to read that well. Communication between Emptiness and Time working very, very well, as Emptiness looking to haunt people with that name.
That's true. Saint and Vel meeting for that kickoff. Bluey's going to take the remnants, though, in exchange, as he takes one off the ceiling, and he's going to put that right side. Such a nice shot there from Bluey as he ties it up. We're not even halfway through this second match, so look at the offense soar.
Bluey, the god of RHL is what I called him during snow day, or during the Winter Classic, as he was pretty much the only name I knew at that point that played a lot of snow day. Now that I've seen so much more Rocket League, Vel, Continuum, obviously, just absolutely fantastic teamwork from these guys. Coming out well for him so far, as we have surpassed halftime, but Time, Saint, and Emptiness, more of the snow day specialists, they have their work cut out for them right now, as they are still that one game down.
Well, FireWall has definitely been together the longest. They formed back in 2009 under what is it, SARPBC or
under SARP? Yeah, they're SARP gods.
So so literally they've been doing this a while, despite the youngsters' age. But you know, you gotta put it. Gotta tip my hat to No Capes, because they're standing strong right now, as they hold the advantage with 2 minutes left in this second of best of 7. Continuum now is going to put one out. Saint is going to just beat Bluey there. Emptiness is going to advance it up the right-hand side, but that one's going to kind of, a nice challenge. Puts that one down. Who's going to get to it? Time or Vel? Vel comes up with a big save. Bluey now taking it up the right-hand side. Emptiness gets a decent challenge, but Continuum is there to keep up the pressure. Time now with a good tip going the other direction. Little strong, puts this one over. Bluey's going to take it and kind of advance it around the left-hand side, but Saint and Time for No Cape, so definitely keeping up the pressure and not letting it get too far out of the FireWall zone there, but a long clear from Continuum now has reversed things, but Saint is going to take the one back out to midfield.
Yeah, lots of pressure coming out from No Capes, and it was finally relieved by FireWall. They to score here, obviously in the last minute of play here in game 2. But now they have a chance off of Saints bumper. Bluey going savage.
Catches the right angle, even with the contest, is able to get that one pushed to the side and in. Time not quite there. So close, but this one may go to overtime. 52 seconds left. We'll just have to see.
You would think that flat cars would have a much more of an advantage as you're able to cover more surface area of the puck. That said, you have to predict just how the puck will fly, and that is probably one of the hardest things to do as Bluey, a massive pinch. The physics of the puck is something you have to work with, but it is so tough to predict. I'm going to be harping on that all night.
Well, that's the interesting thing to look at, because you'll find that I would say more of the straight snow day players do have different card choices. I mean, there are still a lot of people that play with the Octane, but most of those players that I've found play also ball quite a bit. So in this case, you see a fair number of people playing the Octane, but these are also all legitimate ball players. So it's going to be a thing that they're used to. I myself, playing as much snow day as I do, I like the plank cars. So my current car of choice with respect to most aspects of snow day is actually the Sentio, but the Mantis and Batmobile also are good in their own respects and rights as well. But having that wider sort of body allows a little bit better defensive play, at least I feel, in situations. But oh no, a miss by Vel, drops one down, and Time's gonna jump on it. Only 17 seconds into this overtime, and they tie up this best of 7. But,
yeah, Vel just got a terrible touch on the wall, trying to defend his net and send the puck over the frame. It's just unfortunate right there. But no capes evening up this one, as guys, you're actually watching some RLCS players play here in Bluey and Continuum. But they need to reset the server. As I mentioned, the RLCS players for Europe, Team Secret and PSG represented here in the RHL. They're obviously not used to playing so much snow day anymore, so we're going to see some mistakes and probably, I mean, it's potential for a little bit of frustration as we move into Game 3. We do need a server change, as this is old school, guys. We're playing NA versus EU. For those who know the history of competitive Rocket League, whenever you had to switch between EU and NA, obviously you had to create new lobbies for the different servers to not give anybody an extreme advantage. That said, FireWall had some pretty good ping, all things considered. I mean, it's pretty much West Coast to East Coast ping here in the United States for those watching from North America. Jinstream is your RHL caster. He's also rocking the lobbies and things of that nature. I am Ninja Rider. I put away my skateboard. I stopped doing 900s for a little while and then donned my skates to be here with you guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying. As I'm not sure if I have lost anybody in the Discord. There's Jinstream.
I am here, actually. I was letting the teams know the server info. Looks like we're getting a few of them back in.
So my question to you, though, I know with ball, obviously with soccer, the EU to NA sort of ratio as far as ping goes usually favors EU when NA has to go to the other side of the pond, I should say. They don't usually have the crazy good ping like EU does for some reason, and I'm kind of wondering, Jinstream, does that really play into effect here in Snow Day?
I haven't noticed too much of an issue, honestly. It more depends on the type of network that you operate on, in my experience, and then I guess also what network the server that you're connecting to is on. But yeah, no, in terms of the breakdown, though, almost much like ball, I would say the breakdown is kind of similar in terms of the number of EU players versus the North American players. So but we get all sorts of time. We hope that we can get some more interest and have a few people stepped up to the plate, because we are definitely interested in running more EU-focused events along with our North American counterparts. So if anybody does have interest or wants to get a part of the community and join for the madness and the fun, you know, message one of us commissioners or admins on the RHL Discord.
Bluey showing why he is an RHL god as the carry on the wall. That's the positioning, the special positioning that you have to have while using a puck instead of a ball. The ball, usually you can kind of throw it along the wings there, but with a puck, you do have to carry it. It's almost like playing with heavy ball and obviously a different shape. So the physics change a little bit, and you got to be under the ball if you want to carry it.
Bluey now working over to the other side. Hoped to get a pinch there, but actually ended up pinching it with a member of No Cape, sending that one straight up and essentially crossing it over. Bluey now trying to get it past Saint. Is able to push it out to Continuum, who is going to sneak it in, and they're up early, or the first at least, as we find ourselves a minute and 45 in.
Saint trying to stop Bluey's advance, and he does just that, but Bluey reads it well and just adjusts his car enough to use the defender's car as a pinch point and a pass out to center and put them on the board first.
FireWall winning the advantage off of that kickoff. Is there in the side is themselves up 2 now. Still plenty of time left, over 3 minutes, but a really nice team play there. Saint just couldn't get himself turned around, and emptiness coming over from the side just didn't quite have enough.
Yeah, and that's one of those team plays that you're going to see here, using that flat side of the puck to just kill the puck's momentum and kill it right in front of a net. We should be seeing much more of that. I was expecting No Capes to be using plays like that, but haven't really seen too much of that, and most of that is because FireWall just shutting them down here in Game 3.
FireWall is definitely looking like the faster of the two teams. They definitely committing to boost a bit more and at least driving a bit more on the distance. Time, though, is still coming up big for No Capes, though, on both ends, as he now puts one in close and forces Continuum to go up to get a clear pushed out. Velno taking it the other way, though, with a fast break of his own. This one's so close, and it is going to fall in. I think that was the suction of the goal, but...
That was time. All of that was time. Time looking for the pinch off the backboard right here. Just did not quite get the corner of the puck. That should have went flying. Again, it's the puck physics that for new people to Snow Day who hasn't really seen high-level competitive Snow Day. You're going to see a lot of pinch plays and a lot of different positioning compared to soccer.
Yep, if you catch the flat side of that puck, it's really not going to go anywhere. Just as in certain shots with a ball, depending on hitting it with the appropriate part of your car, it's more important to find the right part of the puck in Snow Day than hitting it with the specific corner or front of your car. I mean, obviously it affects the power and whatnot, but you can even catch things. You can catch a puck in air and essentially throw it with just a couple of quick touches. So there's all sorts of different sort of flicks and flings and stuff that you see in this mode that you can't get with a ball just because of its instant bounce.
As we're watching some demos happen here, big pinch towards the blue side. That's going to wrap all the way around back to half.
Came off Bluey. This could be, oh wow, Bell raced back, got there in time to tip it out, keeping it away from 2 No Capes.
Close. Oh, the own goal. That's going to be a tough pill to swallow as Saint trying to defend his net and get back quickly. Just could not get the momentum up. As he stopped, he saw it coming, and it looks like Time also trying to just set up a cross. Unfortunate, but they have a FireWall has a 3-goal lead here. No Capes just can't get anything going here in Game 3.
Time now taking it around, elects to stop it, go back down. Nice drop to Saint, but Bell is able to get out there just in time for the stop. Oh, this could be a fast break opportunity for Continuum, and I see out in front. Time not able to get there, and they are up 5-1 now. Starting to run away with this one. Only a minute and 12 left.
we might just have to get our speedos out, as Brazil is looking imminent if FireWall continue this crazy trend of scoring. No Capes kind of outclassed right now, and they're, I mean, I don't know if that has to do with their ping either.
The fake by Bluey, I mean, it's maybe a factor. I mean, that's why we have server advantages, because certainly it looks like FireWall is certainly running things currently.
Vel, time falling on the puck, trying to kill Vel's momentum and move it towards the orange side. There's Saint. Can't make it happen here. 45 seconds left. No Capes do not have any time to be dilly-dallying. They must get something going now.
Good aggressive play by Emptiness there as he puts 2 bumps on, almost catching the puck there for a potential fast break. Didn't quite result in his favor, but I do like the aggressiveness and the choices that he's making there. Boy. Up in the corner, Bell now tapping it down to Bluey. Bluey's able to get the advance. This could be another fast break. I mean, that's the thing, though. You really can't hold too much against, because when you're down, you really do have to commit that extra offensive pressure, and you do open yourselves up to counterattacks, and that's a lot of what scoring in Snow Day actually happens off of, is the quick counterattack, the good pinch in the back to set up a fast break or an opportunity to race for the puck. Time's winding down here, but FireWall is going to take the advantage in the best of 7. Bell putting one last attempt up that falls, isn't going to go. 2-1 though in the series.
I mean, can we just talk about Bluey and that crazy car control of flying sideways to sort of kill the momentum of the puck and get a little bit more control for his teammate to come up and slam it home? I mean, what?
He's a wizard. I mean, I've seen already 3 times where he's collected and attempted air drags where he had to rotate his car literally past 180 just to keep it going, and he did it successfully. If only I could have his mechanical ability.
I mean, I think
we're
everybody
all probably saying that.
I mean, everybody, including his teammates, I'm sure. Continuum, not necessarily known for his insane mechanical ability, but his positioning and fantastic shots, and really complementing Bluey's sort of crazy aerial stuff. And Vel, I mean, Vel is just...
He's been where he needed to be so far.
He's that rock solid, exactly where you need to be, like you're saying. Just excellent third man who knows how to read a play perfectly and come in and strike when it's time.
Emptiness now, though. Maybe planned a little fake off the kickoff there.
Hang on. Godflow, Bluey Potter. Very good, sir. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. A little bit of a misstep, though, and Emptiness is going to sneak one, or at least get the credit for sneaking one. And we'll say he cast some magic, but this was unfortunately off of Continuum. Just unlucky. Thought he may have had a teammate there, perhaps going for a pinch, and it didn't turn out, but no Capes up early.
Kind of sucks for Continuum, as he was trying to position himself for a little bit of a fast break, as No Capes was offsides a little bit. Starting to see some passing plays.
Yeah, Saint and Emptiness giving a little give and go pass back and forth. Bluey with a good move on the wall to keep that puck to himself.
Ooh.
Looks for Continuum, sends that to the far side. Bell now there for the pickup, sends one back into the center. This one should be cleared. Oh, it's going to sail over. Emptiness sends one long up, a dasher down the right side. He's going to be almost the first there.
Yeah, he was first
back
man.
in time.
He was first man, but still tons of pressure in front of that orange net. Time keeping his cool and checking his watch.
They are now up 2, so literally back and forth. Are they going to be able to tie this one up? Sending the series, or ensuring that the series potentially could go back to the North American servers?
We will have to see here in the next 4 minutes. Saint is up for this, challenged by the defense. Bell Let's get the setup going here. Challenged by time. That ends up centering. Emptiness attempting to shadow. Here's Saint. Oh,
Ooh.
so dangerous. Puck sneaking between two offenders. It's still 2-0 in favor of No Capes.
Still dangerous, though, as Continuum streaks in and slams one, gets them on the board as he finds the left side of the goal. Boy, he had some speed, seeing that no one else might get there. Just barely beats out Saint.
And it looked like No Capes was trying to pinch that puck to the other side. That's something you see more in soccer, where, you know, two players obviously coming off the wall or wherever trying to pinch it. A pinch using the puck is one of the most powerful things you can do here in Snow Day, and it's something you don't really see in the normal gameplay, as a shot barely going wide.
Bluey with a good bump to get the No Capes defender out of the goal there. Emptiness is going to take the remnants, though, in the corner. He and Time are going to advance it. They are going to get it past Bell, almost with a little fake there. Satan now putting another one in. Bell's going to collect it. Bluey's going to follow, but Emptiness with a good, strong challenge puts one down into the corner. Continuum there for the clear. Emptiness is credited with a shot there. Time now.
I'm liking the team plays coming out here from FireWall. They're trying to get some pass plays going on the defense, but No Capes kind of lurking, waiting for opportunities like that. Continuum could not get behind the puck in time, and of course, Time slamming her home.
This was really good, just rink management by No Capes, as they got FireWall boxed in there, gained the boost advantage, and really kind of just beat him up until eventually Time was there to sneak one in. 3-1, halfway through. Time now collecting it, taking it up the right-hand side, is met by Vel. Pinch sends one cross. Emptiness looks to be the first over to it. Drops one down, went for a ceiling shot. Not quite fast enough to keep up with the puck, though. Continuing Bell looking for the pinch, got it, but Saint read that, is now pushing it back the other way. Bumps Bluey out of the way, this could be dangerous. Bluey is able to get back into... Bluey's gonna collect it along the right-hand side, but Emptiness now with the good challenge, sends one across. Bell first over.
Guys in the chat, I love you. It's Saint. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Great challenge.
All right, so Vel coming up off the wall here, and the puck going a little bit off of the ceiling curve there. Saint just read that perfectly. Continuum not expecting any of that to be headed towards him. A 3-goal lead here for No Capes.
You'll find that more often than not, actually. There's a lot of scores that occur from challenges, defensive or offensive even, high up on the wall. So don't be surprised to even see maybe another one or two of those before we're through today. As Emptiness takes one up, great pass, feeds it high enough. Continuum not able to get in front of it, although he might have scored if he had. 5-1, and you know, we had kind of the high-scoring game last game. We were wondering if the European servers started to affect the No Capes team, but they bounced back, haven't they?
Now they have quite nicely, in fact. Ping's still fairly high compared to what No Capes is used to. That said, they're just finding themselves in some great positions and taking advantage of said positions. But FireWall looking to put something together here quickly, as we're coming up here on a minute left. 4 goals to score to tie up.
Perhaps they had just psyched themselves out the first game, worried about the ping or whatnot, but they've tightened things up, maybe playing a little bit more defensively, because they haven't allowed any of those fast break opportunities that FireWall had plenty of in the past game. So time now coming up. Good challenge, sends one, gets past Continuum, forces Bell to kind of strike and slap one off to the side. Bluey now meeting Saint up along. Time's going to send it right. A nice dasher. Bell's going to be back there to collect it, though. 36 seconds left on the clock. Saint and Bluey meet. No Capes is going to be able to push it in a little bit farther, but Bluey's going to say, no, I'll just keep this one. Send it high long.
Now,
clear it out of the danger zone.
No Capes is doing exactly what they need to do. Just keep it on the offensive side. Don't go for anything crazy. They're using the time up wisely, just not allowing FireWall to get anything going at all.
again, controlling the boost as they've owned those center boosts for the past 20 seconds. So
it's exactly what you need to do in situations like this. As
I'm
we
now
are
the last ditch strike.
Oh!
Oh no, it's gonna go off of Bluey's head, and that's gonna find its way into the back of the net. So both teams now with their last. Actually, no, wait. That would be No Case with 2 last-second heroic, but one resulting in a win and one resulting in a loss. But they tie this series up 2-2. And we've got one more in store for these European servers.
We're not going to switch yet, as FireWall looking to take advantage of the European advantage. No Capes, we must be on some sort of Central European server, as, I mean, those pings, my gosh. But No Capes playing some very, very strong Snow Day, as they seem to want to attack the puck anytime they can. Those rotations working out very, very well. FireWall is not quite sure what to do to beat out No Capes. Well, we'll see if they change up their play style a little bit here, Jen. Awesome game one.
Bluey and Saint meeting for the face-off. Bell's going to streak in, though, and take the early advantage, forcing Emptiness to come out of the goal. He's going to be able to fight it back to center ice, though. Bluey now going high, misses the slight touch. Taps one back to Bell, who puts one right back up. Nice give and go. These are like little soccer passing plays that they've incorporated on the ice, and interesting to see to get them to advance things up. Time there now for a decent stop on Bluey, though, in the corner, but Bell demos him out of as his response.
Well, you know what, though? A lot of the plays that you see during, say, RLCS and things of that nature still apply, much like that one. Saint can't quite get the angle.
Oh, close, though.
But, yeah, the only difference, really, is that you're going to see a lot of passing plays on the ground, or on the ice, if you will.
Exactly. And, for instance, that play that we had just seen would not have worked in ball because of the bounce. They were so in such close proximity that there's no way that would have been manageable. So, definitely interesting. There are certain situations where follow tactics work, but again, not necessarily something that I would recommend most teams who are looking to get into playing, because spacing is also important in Snow Day, just like in ball.
It's really important. It's different. You do have to kind of get used to it, and properly attacking the puck becomes so much more important than properly attacking the ball. Usually when you don't quite get the touch you want on a ball, you can recover. But with the slightly more unpredictable bounce patterns of the puck here in Snow Day, it does make it a little bit more interesting, and kind of adds that element of surprise that I think is missing from the soccer mode.
I agree. And there's always the ever-present fear of pinches, because you can score from anywhere with that. All you gotta do is touch that right part of the puck.
Now, some would say you cannot caress the puck much like you would caress the ball. You have to slam the puck.
I would have plenty that would argue that point. It is definitely harder to control the puck, but those who are actually getting this, as Continuum right there, held the puck on him as he took it a third of the rink there. So it's certainly possible. It just takes a higher level of control and obviously people spending the time. Bluey now with a great shot. Emptiness there with the save. Came up big for their team. Over halfway through this next match, and we're still tied 0-0.
You also have to really time those flips out properly, as Emptiness was low on boost, trying to stay ahead of the puck and gain some control. He flipped up and over, just got really awkward for him, as positioning around such a circumference is so important, as Bluey demonstrates right there.
Nice recognizing where the defenders were. He had to put it to the left because Bell came and bumped time. A really great choice by him to clear out the goal. And they're on the board first. 2 minutes left.
Time, Bell duking it out here during the face-off. You know what, I have to admit, when I first started shoutcasting, I listened to a lot of, oh my god, Continuum.
With a ninja move of his, he was just like, let me tuck this one to the side. I got you, Bluey.
Oh my god, look at the car control. Just a light tap to slam the ball or slam the puck with the roof of the car to just barely redirect the puck to where it needed to go. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, Continuum. I don't know if Blue was just like, I'm going to take over here. I got you. But they were both up there trying to figure things out. Time now with a nice clear. Sending one deep down. Wasn't able to get the second touch he wanted. Saint now taking it high. Is able to get it up past two. Bluey's going to push it to the side, but Emptiness also there. Starting to scrape. Both teams going after it, though. Oh, no. Saint and Bell kind of stalled themselves out. Oh, yeah, no. Emptiness, this is on. This is going to be gone. The fat lady has not sung yet. Time coming up with his first of this game. Emptiness, though, with that great challenge and pass from the left-hand side. Minute 17 left.
So while Vel was giving a hug to the No Capes offender there, that just opened up the goal for No Capes to finally get on the board here. Plenty of time left. Anything can happen here in the this is the upper finals, technically.
Correct. Oh, no. Oh! Saint with a strike from the side to tie it up. To minute 17. Screw that. All I need is 12.
Look at this right here.
A little pinch off of Vel. Vel the last to touch it. Unfortunate, but again, one of those things that you find.
That left wing side is so dangerous there for FireWall. Saint is so good on that side. I mean, it really just seems like No Cape's favoring the left side.
If it's working for him, might as well go with it. Saint now again from the left-hand side puts one down. Look, does find Emptiness, but they are not able to smooth it time with a follow down. This one's gonna drop to the corner. Emptiness is again there. Boy, No Capes is really starting to do a great job of control, but a pinch from downtown, literally all the way across the arena, and
yep. Continuum read that perfectly. Emptiness was behind the puck, and Continuum just comes up for the slam. It was Emptiness and that flat and very, very low Batmobile essentially setting that up, and Continuum just got the angle that he needed to take the lead here for FireWall.
You don't necessarily calculate those bar down skis, but you appreciate them when they happen. Bluey now taking one high up the right side, flying through the air. Time goes up. Good challenge and passes it up to Emptiness himself. Saint now with the follow of his own forces Continuum to come back. Nobody was there, but they are able to push this one back down into No Cape's side, and whew, another attempt, but that's gonna probably do it, as No Capes is gonna have one final attempt. Emptiness dropping it down to Saint, but they can't poke it over to the wall in time. And FireWall takes the advantage in the series, 3-2 now.
FireWall playing some pretty solid snow day right now. That pinch from Continuum, he just realized he just needs to slam himself into the puck as hard as he could to send it to the other side. And luckily it worked out for him. The puck was twisting in the air. I'm surprised it didn't bounce off of the crossbar, but it hit it just perfectly to slide into those DMs, and FireWall taking that one, just scraping by. They need one more.
We're going to get things hop back over and set up for NA servers to final out these last two matches.
Everybody just playing to some seriously high caliber snow day. FireWall not used to playing with the puck so much, but it does look like they have been practicing quite a bit. Emptiness, Time, and Saint build as the more snow day heavy players, but they're really having a hard time here against FireWall, playing so confident and challenging so well right now. We'll have to see if they can carry that momentum here into game 6. But No Capes want to force that game 7, and we are getting people into the server. Let's go, Bluey. And there you are, Jinstream. What are you expecting here in game 6?
Well, boy, it's kind of been back and forth, so that's a really hard thing to predict. You know, I was a little worried that first match on EU servers, when the FireWall team kind of ran away with the score, but the immediate response and answer by No Capes, it's anyone's game. I still can't predict. I would say if order has any bearing on things to do, I do believe it's currently FireWall's turn to take one. So we'll see if that holds true.
What I like about at least this matchup, you can tell all 6 players on the ice are just having a blast. You know, they're not going for anything super crazy. They're not trying some insane team plays. They're having fun, and you can tell they're playing real loose. And it's something that's really important here in Snow Day. So just you got to play loose. You do have to kind of slow your play down a little bit and be a lot more calculated with your touches.
A slow touch probably might have been on target there, but Time's going to be able to race back and get to it on time. But a nice, strong challenge by Vel, drops one right down in front. He's going to get credited with a shot, but that one didn't have a chance to go in, and nobody was going to be there for the follow, unfortunately. Bluey streaking in, though. Gets a good tap, puts the center in. A little bit of back and forth, and Emptiness is able to toss this one out to Time. Bluey with a big demo, though. Leaves Saint in the corner to fight the whole FireWall team, it seems.
Should have worked out okay, but a 3-man push.
Oh no, Saint
FireWall not going to work out.
Take this one across the face of his goal.
The outbound cross there by Saint. So much confidence. And luckily he had all 3 offenders completely messed up, scrambling for boost and looking to get back into position. There's challenges galore here for No Capes. They are playing some excellent Snow Day, but Vel with a shot. Here comes Saint. Pass out to Time, pass back to Saint, pass back to Time.
Resulting pinch from a challenge. This one is going to drop down. Saint is going to be able to tap it past Bluey. Vel, though, good rotations. Time now finally with the clear is going to give them some breathing room, but Bluey's still back. Emptiness jumps up, gets in front of Continuum, tosses one back to the back wall, but again, Vel. These rotations by FireWall are looking pretty strong right now.
They're looking strong now. They realize that triple commit could have spelled disaster for them, as Continuum can't quite follow that off of the wall.
I wonder if they noticed and they've reset that. But
play!
Nope. Emptiness is going to be able to just grab one up from the air, kind of floating. It looks like it was Saint that popped it up,
that was
in their favor.
Saint had the great touch on that to pop it up here for Emptiness to sort of just boop it over the defenders. Nobody able to pad that away. They get on the board here just past halftime. No Capes playing some really solid Snow Day, just making sure that somebody is either attacking or getting prepared to attack at all times.
Time now with a great center. Saint almost capitalizing as he was able to get really close to reading Vel's touch there. They're able to fight this one back out, and now it's Bluey taking it up around the right hand. He's not going to be able to control it, though, as Time goes up and collects it. Vel now with a decent challenge is going to elect to go ahead and put this one back into the corner. He sneaks one by Saint.
Oop.
Emptiness again, and now Time. The thing with there not being a bounce, you're seeing a heck of a lot more people actually electing the challenge, and that is the correct thing to do in Snow Day. You don't necessarily give your opponents a lot of time, just like you would in ball, even though it's a little bit harder to, I guess, dribble and flick, perhaps. It is still possible to use certain things and get a puck up in the air for those who are really skilled and know what they're doing. So, but the challenges result in pinches, and result in breakaways, and result in excitement, which is one of the beauties of this mode.
And you do have to be prepared for just about all eventualities. Good spacing becomes extremely important, especially on the ground. You're not going to see a lot of high flying action, but you will see some very excellent team plays, as we have seen No Capes put together some really decent pass plays, especially on defense. The confidence on defense of No Capes is really holding them right now.
Yeah, when they get the chance and opportunity to set up their midfield and really kind of push as a team into the FireWall zone, they have been successful in maintaining the control for extended periods. And then on a few occasions, of course, wearing them down and resulted in
Oh!
scoring. So we'll see if they can keep it up. But right now, it's FireWall that's keeping up the pressure on the other end of the rink.
The demo. Will that be enough? It will not. Set up. Continuum electing not to go for that as Emptiness was up. The last 5 seconds. No capes. Looking to force a game 7. They do not want to move into that lower bracket. Puck is up. Time. Vel looking for it.
To the side.
Bluey.
Bluey is going to get a touch, but a bad one. This was going to go back to mid. Oh, no. They've got to make it around the hole, and that's going to do it. Wow.
No
Okay, so I was thinking based on the fact that FireWall had won each of the first matches when server switches had happened, that they would have been the ones to take this, but it went the other way. And we are just kind of trading wins as we are again tied up, and going to the final. I mean, who could ask for this?
Game 7 in the upper bracket finals. That's right, guys. This is double elimination. The loser of this game moves down to face Team We Are Not Good, otherwise known as Team Wang, for the the meme-minded people in the chat here. Guys, thank you for joining us here for the RHL finals. I am Ninja Rider. Casting alongside me is the voice, the god of the RHL, Jin Stream.
I don't know if I would go that far, but I do appreciate all of you for tuning in, and I'm certainly having fun watching this awesome hockey action. So
I got to butter you up somehow. And, I mean, I want to be invited back sometime.
Well, we love you, so you don't have to worry about that.
We love you.
All right. We're back on the ice. We got all 6.
It looks like there was a little bit of connection issues. I guess Time was getting the disconnect symbol. Something like that. Very odd, considering that he's got some pretty decent ping. Probably just a slight server malfunction, as does happen in Rocket League from time to time. But we are underway, guys. Get hyped. This is Game 7.
Upper brackets again. We've got 2 more series to follow this one. So everyone is up to speed. The loser of this match is going to be facing the Team Wang next in the next best of 7. Oh my, Emptiness. Even though Bluey was there to try and put the challenge, he's able to sneak one in the left-hand side, and they're on the board first. And this so important last of the first best of 7.
Yeah, Vel just had a hard time trying to get a decent touch on that. He was a little bit ahead of the play. He was racing back and expecting a lot more speed on the shot from the wall. Now Emptiness looking for another breakaway. It was 2-on-1, probably not going to happen.
Yeah, he couldn't quite collect that first leak off of the face-off, and resulted in allowing FireWall the time to get back. Saint almost with a cherry-picking opportunity. Couldn't quite get himself where he needed to be able to pop that one in. Bluey now taking it up the left-hand side. Elects to go high. Doesn't result in too much threat. And we're back the other way.
Saint looking for it. No, Bluey, very, very patient. Again, FireWall, super patient on their side. They have plenty of time here to respond, but they need to get some communication going here, as some slight double commits on the defense, not working out well here for him right now, but a possible breakaway happening. No capes.
Time elected to try and go for Vel, which is, I think, probably the right choice, but just missed him in his demo opportunity. Another challenge flings the puck over to the left-hand side. Satan now taking it in the air. Wasn't able to do much. Now Emptiness's turn. Ooh, not for a challenge from Continuum, but this one's still dangerous. Time up. Saint.
Oh!
Wow! Did they both touch that? That was amazing.
They both touched it. Bluey just found himself in an awkward position, just trying to pop this up, but Satan got right above him and absolutely bodied the hood of Bluey. I mean, you can't get much better than that. 2-0.
Nuttiness. Time now. Sneaks one past Vel. Potential breakaway opportunity. Does take their corner boost. Bluey's up. Decent challenge, though. And he pops one. Gets it out the center. 2-on-1, but Emptiness there for a decent defensive challenge to halt that progress. Bluey now tipping it high. He and Vel. Kind of tag teaming it over on their side. Time now, pass back to Saint, just misses. Emptiness elects to pull one back into his corner, but Bell races over there, putting up a challenge. This one could be dangerous, drops it down to Continuum. Oh!
There it is.
A little bit of a misread, I think, there by Saint, allows that one to fall, and Bell is able to kind of squeeze in and capitalize on it. Oh no, I'm getting a disconnect symbol myself.
Same here. It looks like the server just died.
Uh-oh. Well, if that is actually the case,
now,
we will
unfortunately,
have to address it.
I did not brush up on my RHL rules, but most commonly when something like this happens, you pretty much have to restart the game. There really isn't much option. I have seen rules where you force people to score certain goals to make sure that it goes back to what it was, but it's still a 5-minute reset. Ginstream, has anything like this happened for the RHL?
Well, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't here for the first part of the first season, but I do have the rules handy, so I can refer to them if need be.
All right. So we're gonna figure out what to do next here. Unfortunately, that's kind of one of the things that happens. It's pretty rare. I mean, the last time it happened to me, I think, was way back when I first started casting. Well, I guess not really way back. It's about a year ago. We had a game disconnect while on stream. I think it only had about 2 minutes left. Luckily, at that point, only one goal was scored. So it wasn't that big a deal, really. The teams were really cool about it. It does help that it was an early round. This one is so important, though. It's a Game 7 in the upper bracket finals.
Right. So a server crash, a game affected Steam or Cyan server crash may be regamed. If a server crash occurs during overtime, the game may be played as a first to one goal at the agreement of both teams. So it is a regame.
All right, so we got to restart Game 7. Drama unfolding here at the RHL as the Rocket Hockey League is proud to present the final 3 matches of the Season 1 playoffs. Guys, welcome in. Glad to have you for something a little bit different. Don't see too much Snow Day on Twitch these days. Someone in the chat, someone saying here that they didn't know people still stream it. It was LGamer431. Didn't know people still play hockey, let alone a live stream on it. Dude, Gamer, the Snow Day mode is alive and well. There may not be a ton of people comparatively as far as ranked goes, but I can guarantee you if there was a ranked version of Snow Day or Hoops, I'm telling you, it would all be there. There would be so many more people playing as it is so much fun, and you do learn a lot from these different modes.
All right, I have recreated the server, letting teams know. But we are going to get things popping again here very shortly.
Alex Deigel, thank you for the RLCS update. That's very nice of you. Renegades leading Allegiance 5-3 in Game 1. Now it's 6-3 with 15 seconds left. Thanks, dude. If you don't mind, guys, I mean, I wouldn't mind having some RLCS updates while we stream. That's definitely not a problem. Do recommend having both streams open, as this one is definitely important to the community in general.
We are having a team dance as it looks like Continuum jumped in before the other team could.
Oh boy,
we're doing the shuffle.
We're doing the lightning shuffle, everybody. It looks like can't see exactly who we're waiting on.
We're still waiting on No Capes.
I believe we're missing one from No Capes.
Actually, I don't see
love these guys.
No Capes. We're still missing all 3 from No Capes.
Yeah, it looks like you're right. That's okay, guys. Like I said, thank you for joining us here at the RHL. Had the pleasure of meeting Danky Kyle at RLCS Season 3 Finals. He is literally like he is on stream or on in game. Super laid back dude. Absolutely fantastic. It was really cool to see a lot of people responding to the fact that he was there and talking about their snow day experiences. And for those who also don't know, we did the Winter Classic for RLXL. Got a lot of people interested in snow day again, and it was a lot of fun. Really fantastic cause. That was a charity stream for Shalthus, who really pushed the snow day experience when it first came out way back when.
He did more for just the Rocket League community in general. Birch Shoutcasters. Oh no. Looks like we're going to
We're gonna have to remake, yep.
We're gonna have to remake, so.
But I mean, you're right. Shalthus did that, but he made it a point to do the Winter Classic and really get the word out about the different modes that happen kind of under our noses. A lot of people are so focused on the competitive side or the ranked side, if you will, of Rocket League that a lot of people don't take the time out to just sort of relax and try something a little bit different.
Well, and there's a little bit of a difference in full honesty and disclosure. For those of you ball players, it is a little bit different. Your positioning, obviously the reads on the puck, the scoring opportunities. There's a lot of stuff that you do need to adjust when you go from mode to mode. So I'm sure it can be a little bit of frustration for certain ball players, which expect and are used to playing those bounces, and so when they don't occur. So you can kind of mess up one or the other of your games for those that don't play enough of each to understand those differences.
Well, that said, though, I mean, Snow Day really forces you to have great positioning. And it's something that I feel a lot of players need to work on is positioning, knowing when to go and where to go at certain times. So important in the ball side of things, of course. Everybody just kind of harps on it. And if people just played more Snow Day, you're forced to be in a good position because you can't make all the crazy trick shots and saves and things that you can usually do in the ball modes. It looks like No Capes is able to join this time.
Yeah, it turns out Emptiness had some funky stuff happening. But we're going to go ahead and get underway. Although, again, we are waiting for the last of No Capes to get in, and looks as though the party system was messed up and wouldn't let them join together. Hopefully we're getting the other guys the information.
Looks like we're missing one from No Capes. Saint is having a hard time, it seems.
The beauty of the live stream. Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. You know, it's only game 7 of the most important Snow Day in existence.
To date, at least. Bluey is saying, join please, thank you. Yeah, poor guy.
Imagine, but Bluey's thumbs are probably wearing out here. We are definitely waiting for Saint to join in.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Do we have a broken keyboard? Apparently Saint is a KBM player.
Bluey. We're gonna have to reset this one again. All right, third time's a charm. Let's hope. So.
Jack's in the chat. Reason number, I don't know, so many numbers not to use KBM. I guess it looks like the chat is being shown to stream. That's fantastic. but we are.
All right.
Maybe we need to get in touch with Saint to figure out if he's going to be able to continue.
All right, let me just make sure everybody is out.
Welcome to
The
Running a
match.
Tournament live on stream, everybody. This is the RHL live on Twitch. I am Ninja Rider. Jinstream is doing everything in the background, so I am filling the time. This is me filling time, going full radio on you guys.
Okay, joined in server again. Teams already have the information. Let's hope nobody actually joins the ice before we're ready, though.
Now, Saint, if he doesn't make it in here, I mean, Jin, we're gonna have to make a call.
Yep, that we are.
Has this happened before for the RHL?
Well, unfortunately, I guess they could have a choice of trying to play a 2 or perhaps defaulting that match, but that is certainly not something that we want to see. Hopefully, Saint can get in. I mean, there are 4 spots on the team. I don't know who they would have in a substitute position. I haven't asked them. But if I don't hear anything, Saint's already in there, so we look to be good on that front. So now we're just waiting for FireWall. Okay.
Alex with the update on the RLCS. Game 2, Renegades 2, Allegiance 5, with the Renegades having game 1 so far. That is a ton of scoring, Alex. Don't really see that too much in the RLCS. Anybody who has a Renegades squad member or an Allegiance squad member on their roster in the Fantasy League must be feeling really well. But No Capes, FireWall are on your screens now for Game 7 to figure out who goes to the lower bracket.
But an opportunity for an X-Wing face-off. FireWall sends 2 versus Time from No Capes. Again, really unfortunate. Rules dictating a regame, as No Capes did have a 2 advantage with just about half or a little less than half of the match left to be played. But we'll see what happens. Time and Bluey meeting there at center. Continuum picking up the slack. Still kind of stuck at center ice. Moved over to the left-hand side. This one gets pushed back into No Capes territory. Emptiness following Bluey. Shouting, making sure he doesn't advance. Bluey goes for a tip off of the ceiling. It's going to follow the Time, though, who takes one back in the other direction. It's met by Continuum. Uh-oh, this could be...
Oh! There's that positioning again. You really have to be careful of which part of the puck you hit. As if you mistake it for a ball, you can't just pop it up. You have to get around the puck to send it to where you want it to go, and Emptiness will follow this in to get on the board first.
Well, that has got to be reassuring for the No Cape squad, as they are back into their 1-goal advantage. Obviously, more time left on the clock than was in the previous game, but we'll see if they can hold it until time expires. Saint now coming up the left-hand side, gets a couple touches, tries to get it past Bluey, does. This one could fall.
Oh!
Does. Saint coming up, puts them 2 ahead.
And again, Continuum find themselves in the net. Not quite sure what to do here. It was good positioning if it was a ball. And unfortunately, he had to turn into it. And that's what threw the puck into the net. When it's flat-faced against the face of the goal, it will go in immediately. There is no, flashing of the ball, if you will, as essentially the center of the puck would be kind of the ball physics, if you will.
Essentially. And, I mean, it's all the weighting, how much of the kinetic energy you can, of course, transfer to the puck. A lot of it taking place there. But FireWall is definitely coming up with the pressure currently, as they have kept things down in No Capes territory and continue to do so, as Continuum is able to on in finally. They had kind of possession there for a good 20 or so seconds. Again, whittling down. I wasn't able to follow the boost control, but...
No, it was just a positioning thing. Emptiness found himself a little bit too far under the play, and the FireWall squad able to regroup well and get a great touch on it, as we are now back to our original score before the server reset.
Bell with a cheeky little underneath ceiling touch. Maybe he was looking to pass that. He knew he had Bluey there in close proximity, but it ended up being maybe a little bit early if that was actually a shot attempt. No Cape's able to read it easily. FireWall still does have control of the puck, though, as Continuum brings it around the right-hand corner, trying to push it in, emptying this there for a good defensive effort.
Can I just say that Dark Demise is in the chat, wondering how his team is doing. So a quick review. This is Game 7 in this 7-game series, the finals of the upper bracket. Technically, we're going to find out who will get sent down as time with
Makes
the
one
breakaway.
past Continuum. Like, now that, I mean, there's still half a game left, but they're sitting on a comfortable 2-goal lead at the moment. Have to be feeling pretty good. We'll see if the pros are able to strike back the Continuum now. No Capes didn't challenge that kickoff. I wonder if they're electing to attempt a different strategy, maybe turtling a little bit more.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they're trying to slow down play a little bit, trying to control the speed here, and they'll speed it up quickly here as formation is up. Continuum in a great spot. Saint will miss, and they're trying to tie it up within 1 goal now. Continuum scores.
I was going to say, I don't necessarily know that trying to slow down the pace is the right choice in this type of play, because if you notice, the one person and the 2 people back allowed FireWall to have literally plenty of time to amass a team effort. And as a team, they moved up with great positioning to counter, and it results in a goal. As Continuum really didn't have to put a whole lot of effort to get that one in.
They definitely found No Capes in some odd positions, but Bluey, the Savage, ties it up here with 1:44 left.
Another thing that I think is really beneficial with respect to this game mode versus, say, ball, but from a defensive or from a goalie perspective, kind of making sure your rotations head to the backside of that goal, or even setting up in the backside of that goal so you can react to things, really kind of results in things working out positively, because as you see there, Emptiness got stuck kind of up on one side, the things got flung over, and he wasn't able to get back to that far post.
Saint found himself in a great spot there for a potential pinch shot, just couldn't get to the right angle of the puck, as play has kind of stalled out there on the left wing of the orange side. FireWall trying to regroup, but really trenches dug here in center ice.
Saint now with an opportunity to find Emptiness. Emptiness pre-jumped and was just a little bit eager. Saint now with another opportunity. All 3 FireWalls going up for it. Can they recover? They do. Bell's able to pick up a save as he squeaks that one out the right-hand side, and another one now as No Capes is starting to amass shots.
No Capes applying so much pressure here as FireWall going to respond quickly. The positioning of No Capes, the much more of a snow day mindset, keeping the spacing well and making sure their net is well defended, trying to get a reactionary play, it seems, but FireWall kind of doing the same thing. When they realize an offensive play is not going to work out, they send a man back and make sure their goal is covered.
Oh no, this is a fast break. That's going to go in. Bluey's going to for their team. 19 seconds left. Oh, and man.
No Capes making me eat my words completely. They had the triple commit on to break the tie here in the last 30 seconds, but it ended up biting them hard.
Let's see what they'll have in store to pull out for us in these final 20. Bluey, though, with a chip and a demo. Emptiness, though, where he needs to be. Puts that one back into FireWall, and this could be dangerous as pop in, but Bluey's going to be the first one there. As time ticks down, Emptiness with a nice top back out, but Bell's going to be the first, touches it to the side, and that one falls. FireWall going to be your victors in this upper finals. But now we have to wonder, because they're going to have to kind of sit and wait as we get through this next best of 7. Is that going to work in their favor? Is that going to be a detriment? I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, FireWall able to just kind of relax for another best of 7, but no capes. Will be facing off against Team Wang. That's right, I said it, boys. Let's get it done. The lower bracket finals are up next here at the RHL. Now, I was not briefed. Are we going to take a little bit of a break and get these players set up?
We are probably going to take a 5-minute break, coordinating already with the teams, but we will be back shortly. Thank you again for those of you tuning in, and stay tuned.